Your Own Best Life Coach, and the author Jackee Holder is sitting right in front of me in studio. Good afternoon to you, Jackee. How is everything? How is Barbados? Who are you exactly? Tell us.
First of all, let me say Barbados is absolutely fantastic. I've fallen in love with Barbados all again. This is my first time over. I went to Kadooman on Monday. I've never been to Cropover, and I absolutely had a fantastic time. And I'm already thinking about booking in for next year, and actually thinking about jumping.
Oh, so you didn't jump officially in
I
band?
didn't jump officially, but I'm really tempted now. Next year to do it.
What was the most fascinating thing for you about Cropover?
Well, first of all, I took a look around, and just being surrounded by so many Bajan people and just seeing them out enjoying themselves. I mean, we have the Notting Hill Carnival in the UK, but the Notting Hill Carnival is very diverse. You have people from all over the world coming over to the carnival, but there was something about just really seeing Bajans at home with themselves. Out enjoying themselves, the families, and then seeing people in the bands, and just how happy everybody was and how connected everybody was. And I actually got to experience Barbados in a very different way, because obviously, having not come for Cropover before, I've never seen this kind of festivity.
But are you Barbadian?
Oh, well, I'm the first born here from Bajan parents. My mum was born in St George, Ellerton. My dad was raised in the garden community in St James, and my mum was raised in St James and met my dad in St James. So parents are from Barbados, and we are 100% Bajan.
I like that. I like that. You know, talking about the Barbadian people being together and getting all the positivity, you know, the vibe. Spring Garden Highway really is a melting pot for people from all over the entire world. And there's one fundamental factor that or aspect of humanity that joins us, and that is love and happiness and joy. And this book, Be Your Own Best Life Coach, you're going to launch it here in Barbados.
Yes, we are. We're going to launch it on Thursday the 13th of August. It's this coming Thursday, 7 o'clock, at Shades Apartments on Lanes Road in Paynes Bay.
St James.
St James. We're kicking off at 7, and what you will have an opportunity to do is to meet me. I will be interviewed in front of the audience. I'll be talking about the book. I'll be explaining what the book is about. I'll be talking about my work as a life coach. I'll also be talking about, you know, how I came about to write. This is actually my second book. My first book came out in 1999. That's called Soul Purpose. It's partly a self-help book, which enables you to really connect with your creativity, connect with your spirit. But it's also a memoir. It's a much more personal book than this actual book is. My actual profession, I work as a life coach and an executive coach, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a moment. But this book has been designed to really allow the individual to take charge of their own life. And what I have done is I've shared a lot of things that I do that I get paid a lot to support other people to be even more productive and effective in their lives. I've taken a lot of those tools that I use with senior leaders, senior managers in educational organisations back in the UK. I've worked in the police, I've worked in the NHS. And I'm actually sharing a lot of those tools so that the individual who may not be able to afford to see a life coach or pay for a life coach or have that access to a life coach, they can get on to do this work themselves.
Well, you know what I found interesting when I opened the book, because you're a very good friend, Saleha Williams. She handed me the book about a day and a half ago, you know.
Yeah.
So I opened the book and I saw this Wheel of Life tree.
Yeah.
Can you just explain that really quickly for the listeners? Because it was very interesting. I actually read this chapter 3 times.
Yes. The Wheel of Life tree, very, very quickly, it's like if you come to me for your first coaching session, what I'm going to do is we're going to assess where you are in your life. So we want to do what we call a very, very quick review to find out how your life is working. So if you imagine you've got this huge tree and you've got 8 circles in this tree, and each of those circles represents a different area of your life. So what we want to do is assess how each of those areas is working. Inside each circle are 5 rings. Imagine that each of those rings represents a scale of 1 to 5. So if you colour in one ring, which is your centre ring, that means that area of your life is not doing too well.
That's like a 1 out of...
1 out of 5. So your 1 is not doing well and your 5 is doing really well. Colouring 2 or 3 rings, you're kind of okay with how things are, but they could be better. Colouring all 5, you're really feeling good about that particular area. So by doing that, you can quickly assess, how well is my life working overall. So often we're focused on either our careers, either on relationships, either on our homes and our environment, on money. But this is saying, actually, let's take stock of how everything else is working. And then from there, you can start to create your goals. So you can look at those areas and say, oh, okay, I'm going to focus on this area. I want to put some time and attention on money. Money was only 2 rings that I coloured in, but I want to get it to 3 or 4 rings. So what is it that I want to create? What do I want? What kind of relationship do I want to have with money? What kinds of things do I need to do? And then from there, you'll begin to set your goals.
And the interesting thing about it is that you said, we can extend the list or we can change around the list a bit. But for all of you listening, some of the areas are career and life purpose, finances and money, home and environment, health and well-being, leisure and social time, relationships and friendships, so many things that unite us, because sometimes people say, this book was written by someone who lived most of her life in the United Kingdom. How is it relevant to me? But friends, there are things that are relevant to all of us because, as I said, there's a fundamental link that connects us. That link of humanity. 11 minutes past the hour of 3. This is Voice of Barbados 92.9 FM.